Welcome back to the SHISEIDO Tahiti Pro presented by Outerknown. Opening round for the women. Heat number 4. Out in the water, Caroline Marks, Lakey Peterson, and Johanne Defay. It's going to be the goofy foot. Caroline Marks tucks into a little shade for a moment. And that's going to be the start of the heat. Opening number for Caroline Marks upcoming, Pete.
As we see, dropping in.
Steep drop for Caroline Marks. She's going to go 2 turns, holds onto the rail there on the Mayhem surfboard, and kicks out. So starting a little bit busy. The 1.83 the opener. She's going to do better with that, possibly on that second ride, but just getting reps out there with 27 minutes remaining.
You can see that she wanted it, whipped it, dropped in, and just like that feeling of, you know, she's after it right now, and that's the kind of the look in the eye of an athlete that you want to have out here surfing this wave, because the consequence and how heavy this wave is, you really have to win mentally before you get the physical, and she's got that.
Yeah, Caroline Marks going for it as we check out this replay slow motion. A little extended on that drop, but showed a ton of confidence.
Yeah, and you'd imagine that this morning's free surf would have been pretty crowded. Both the men and women were on the practice this morning, so being able to line yourself up on the reef, it's almost like this is the opportunity to get that extra confidence, which, you know, on those late drops like that, the one with the extra water.
Take a look here, Johanne Defay, the surfer from Reunion Island, very accustomed to left-hand reef breaks.
Yeah, just a quick warm-up for Johanne there.
Peterson finds her first wave. And Lakey Peterson in an important heat in the context of if she wants to make that final 5. Lakey Peterson, our heat leader. A little pit ride there for the 21-year-old. Combos with a couple of turns. Caroline, that was a 1.9, so she slightly improved upon her 2-wave total Capagura along with Peter Mel here. Opening round for the women. This is the final heat.
You see a lot of those backenders, the best backenders out here, can manage that a lot better.
Johanne Defay with priority. And there's going to be just a couple handy turns on the backhand for Defay. 3.77 is what she needs to take the lead, and with the lack of the barrel, it's doubtful that she's going to get that number.
Watching this replay here of Lakey Peterson, that was a nice hack, you know, driving back into the pit. So utilizing that rail, commitment to the rail, that can help with scoring some extra points. But again, we're 2 maneuvers, so you would have to say that we have a great comparison, the 3-point ride there of Caroline Marks. Was there enough in those turns to kind of exceed that number? Again, this one ran the reef, so she was able to pick up the speed for that first section where she kind of rails it out, hits back to the pit, and this wave right in the inside section steepens up for her slightly.
As we see our heat leader, Caroline Marks, drops into this one. She's going to go to turns with a carve off the top and a cut back through some jumbled water, looking to improve upon just a 1.9, getting multiple turns, running out of water on the inside where she kicks out. Pretty much on the shell.
Turns off the corner, pushes out to sea. It didn't have that extra energy, so it's not going to barrel. So ultimately you go to turns. Beautiful arcs there. Those are a combination of major moves. Again, whips it back, gets a finish. So she's going to build, and 1.9. I would say that this is probably in comparison to, we already saw the number in for Lakey, which was a 2.53 for maneuvers. So this will probably be in that same range.
Peterson here, and Lakey chasing the lead. She needs a 2.38 at the moment, but I think that lead's going to increase when the last score for Caroline Marks drops here at the 7-minute mark. Preview of that one-on-one interview saying, like, hey, people call me a veteran, I'm only 21 years old, but she is a veteran because she qualified so early, so young for this championship
and
tour.
She's getting extra reps. I mean, that's what vet means is, you know, having the extra reps in places that, you know, we haven't had tour stops here. You know, it's been a long time. We used to have tour stops here at Tahiti.
For the women.
Yeah, for the women.
4.5 minutes remaining. We talked about Lakey Peterson and what she needs to do. And here we go with Johanne Defay, however. Johanne, she's battling, kicks out the back of that. And it's a bit of a misfire for Johanne Defay. Hoping that there's not going to be a set coming through right now.
Because she spent a lot of time in that zone, taking a few on the head and some pretty nasty wipeouts.
Utilizing priority. Caroline on the go. Lip glide there. And the questionable if that's going to change the situation for Caroline Marks, but she will remain in the league. Lakey Peterson now with priority.
This is a situation where confidence can build in a big way, being that she only needs a 3.8.
Here she goes. And a priority error for Lakey Peterson, handing over that priority to Johanne Defay. Defay on this one. Needs a 4.5 point ride. She's always sharp on the back end. Nice connectivity and make it 3 in a row. Great connectivity, great flow. Was it enough for a 4.53?
I could be wrong. We'll see, because it is a mid-sized wave, but it had some critical sections, especially this one here. Nice and steep section, able to whip in it. That board definitely looks way better for maneuvers. 2 turns back to back. We haven't seen a lot of that in this heat. You know, we're able to get a little more tighter arc in a more intense section. So I would have to say benefits there, but does it turn the heat? I mean, that's really the question that the judges are asking there. For me, personally, I don't think it does, but we'll see what the judges think.
4.33, Johanne Defay. We're going to see her in the elimination round this afternoon, along with Lakey Peterson. Lakey in a must-win situation. Caroline Marks. She's moving on to the quarterfinals. We're moving on to a break, but stick around. When we return, Kelly Slater will be in the water in his opening round. Joe and Flick will talk you through that action.